And welcome back, Tankers. Today we are looking at a pair of replays I have for my M48A3 Super Patton. See, Super Patton. ERA. Let's just staple ERA to the whole thing. I wish they'd done that to the XM1. Anyways, so let's take a look at this, shall we? So, the first one is going to be this one. So in this replay, let's get it started. And by the way, if you notice some time discrepancies, that's because today is actually the 13th, but I am recording this on Sunday, which I believe is the 13th. That would be a good time to take a look at that on my phone. Yeah, I don't know what the day is. Go figure. Yes, today's the 13th. So I recorded this last night, yesterday afternoon, really. So let's take a look. So I am low tier in this match, as you can see. We have two M60s, an M1 Abrams, an LAV 600, and an ERC 90 F4. So what I'm pulling this up is because I am low tier in this match. I am actually 2 tiers below the top. So this should be interesting for me, to say the least. I'm also not the highest DPS. There's an LAV 600. He should be much higher than me. The ERC should be able to do it too. And Tam Barless says all the cool kids have them. I was saying I don't see too many M1 Abrams around usually. So this starts pretty much the same way as every match in one of these games, in the M60. I'm an MBT. And I see this, there's a Stingray over there, so I'm like, okay, lunch, thank you. That's 313 damage. I appreciate it. And I am actually going to roll up. I missed that shot, don't get it off in time. I'm going to roll up this road here. I usually go this middle tier. That's usually what I do. Simple answer, it's a good place to go, good way to travel. You know, pretty decent. There's some enemies up here that you need to clear out, and a lot of other players don't tend to clear up here. And I think that was that Abrams firing. Was that massive boom you just heard. So you come up, there's another M1 Abrams down there. He's fragile, so he's, you know. I'm trying to see if I can get a line on him right here, and I just don't manage to get the line. It's just not going to work. So I'm like, okay, you know what, fine. We're just going to move this way. I take a hit from that artillery who direct fires me. He direct fires me again because he has that stupid auto loader. And I wipe him out with a second shot. Because, hi, I have an M60. So I come around this corner, rotate a little hard because I didn't get my angle quite right, and I'm looking for a weak spot on that A1 Abrams. I put the shot off, I don't get a hit. I'm pulling back a little bit because I want to try and get a bit of room here. Okay, so I put a round into that Bagel Panzer, big light, and another round goes up, and I get a shot into that M1A1. And the reason I'm firing into the M1A1 now is because I've reloaded with Sabo. I fired that heat round into the big light Panzer just to get rid of the heat round that was already in the chamber. So the LV 600 is firing down now at the M1. I'm firing straight into it. So the AI got a little confused there. I think I still have, yeah, I think I still have Sabo loaded there. But I think I've switched back to heat shells now, and the LAV 600 takes him out. My kills aren't that high so far. And I'm trying to get a shot on this 2AV. It just isn't working out. I decide, you know what? I'm not going to get a line on that AV. I'm just going to start rolling up towards where I know the next zone's going to be, which is the control facility in the center of the map, over at Delta 5.
The enemy has refocused their efforts on the reactor itself.
So we're going to climb up here pretty slowly. I'm not the fastest tank in the world. I'm going to get up there, though, before that M1 Abrams and our ERC 90 get up there, though. And can I bring up... nope. Yeah, I think Surfinal, he's that LAV. I was having a bit of trouble there, penetrating that M1 Abrams armor. So we're going to roll it this way. Alright, so we got another Abrams spawning in. Got a Stingray as well. And our M60's having some trouble out there. Stingrays are painful. You know, they can hurt quite a bit. Don't underestimate them. It'll be very bad for you. But I get a shot on him for 355. I'm backing it up. He gets a hit on me for a decent amount of damage there. I miss a shot on him, and the ERC-90 gets the kill shot there. But I got plenty of other targets to engage here. So I got a BMD-1. He gets taken out. I don't get the shot on the Glide Panzer, and I get the shot. I lose him the first time, and I manage to reacquire and engage him. I decide that Prowling Eagle probably needs a hand with these tanks. The expeditionary tanks can be a pain in the neck, and so can that M1 Abrams. So I'm going to roll up this way, poke my nose over, put a round right into him. He hits me, does some damage, but actually the ERC manages to kill him. And now I'm looking at this Stingray thinking, yeah, you're gonna... I don't know why I did that there, but I ended up burning my rebuild kit for that. I don't know why I failed to engage. Oh, because probably my gun impression, I couldn't quite hit him. That was probably why. So I know this is a BMP-3 back at base, but he's going to die before I can really get there. There he goes. A lot of gunfire coming at him. I end up doing a full 360 because there's the Glide Panzer, who is now engaging Prowling Eagle in his M48A3. So we're going to roll back south. And I'm like, well, first I run into a tank I couldn't see because of the tree. I do that a lot, actually. I'm like, alright, well, they got this now, so I'm just going to start heading... Well, we got another bit of time here, that's for certain. Oh, those counters stopped working right. Look at that. The timers in the top right corner of my screen have stopped working. So you see that there's a VFM out there, so I'm going to take a shot. And really what's happening here is I'm trying to keep myself at all times in the heart of the action. That is where I want to be. I want to be where the combat is the thickest. I'm a MBT. That is my job. I either miss or fail to connect on that shot. Whatever. Now, one thing you'll notice is I'm not getting a lot of kills in this game. That's not what my objective here is. My objective is to do a lot of damage. Now, I don't think I blue-starred in this game, which is an important point. And as far as I'm concerned, that is fine. That is fine by me. I don't care if I blue star or not. I apologize if that just projected into the screen there. I really don't care. You know, if I blue star, I blue star. If I don't, I don't.
Well done.
If I get the most kills in the team, I do. What's really happening is I'm just trying to put out a lot of damage. Right? That's what I do. As much damage as possible.
Well done, Black
Get as
Company.
many
We are
kills
scrambling
as
bombers
possible.
to repel the invasion.
Now. Oops, that's not one. Prowling Eagle's off on the sidelines there. Again, the M1's gotten 9 kills, the LAV's gotten 9 kills, I've gotten 1 kill. And I wish I could bring up damage on this, but that just doesn't work with the replay system. Crossing our fingers for 0.16. Eagle's pulled back out, I think because he's almost dead. I think he's decided that he's going to pull away. I'm not certain if that's what he's doing. I wasn't really paying attention at this point because I didn't want this ERC-90 left alone out here. And the hit he just took is exactly why. This VFM Mark V, it's much better if he's pointing at me. Get another hit in. Again, with the VFMs, you know, you run into this issue where they do have some decent armor on the front. That shot failed to pen. And I get a 320 hit on him. But my ERA is doing a pretty good job at keeping me alive out here. And I get the kill on it. Now we got a lot of crap spawning kind of all at once here. I'm not even paying attention right now up towards that, up whatever's up there. I'm more worried about this VFM. I get a kill, and I'm taking fire now from an XM1 who's shooting in between the cooling tower structure. Yeah, that's interesting. So I'm like, alright, you know what? We'll take this XM1. Except we have a bunch of other crap that just spawned in, so it's looking like I'm now going to have to pay attention to this stuff. I kill him. I think I'd switch to Sabo. We'll see when I fire again. Alright, so I was still firing heat rounds. I now have an XM1 to worry about, so I'm going to switch targets. Fire another round at the Chieftain, and now I'm switching to this XM1. Because he is the big threat to me. I put 309 into him. And I'm backing up a little bit. I'm just not liking how close he's getting to a shot on my side armor. So I set him a light, and I blow him up. So now I'm switching to this Chieftain. 2 of us put a round into him, and he goes poof. This BMD can't pen me. I put a round into him. You can see we're having some issues up north, too. Prowling Eagle's trying to stay alive up there. If nothing else, he's distracting them, and I think I figure out in just a second. Yeah, I see him die, so I come over to this way. I take a hit from someone. Probably the Stingray, or Stingray 2. Someone sets off a fuel tank, and now I go face onto them. Now, there are 3 of them. That Stingray 2 I'm not as worried about, because I'm thinking the ERC will probably take care of him. And I'm realizing at this point, yeah, that's not going to happen. So I'm pulling back a little bit, trying to get a shot on him. I realize I don't have it. But I do put a shot at this BMP3. And we're now basically dueling it out at close range. And I take the Stingray 2 as well. So I'm going to back up. We got the Begleitpanzer and an AMX-10P, or an AMX-10P Pack 90 out here. You can see our ERC-90 uses his repair kit, his maintenance kit, and now it's me and the Abrams charging off to deal with these guys. I'm paying attention to the Begleitpanzer. The Abrams is paying attention to this AMX-10P. If I'd been paying more attention, I probably would have just rammed the AMX at some point during that engagement and got rid of him as a threat.
Well done,
but I kill the Begleitpanzer.
You have saved us all from certain disaster.
Good game, good game, good game. Now, what you guys can't see are my mission results. Unless you, sat there and totaled everything up. I received 4,007 XP on premium. I think I had a boost going too. I dealt 10,750 points of damage, which was not the highest on the team. Our M1 put in 12,000 points of damage. What got me to the top, however, was that I had 21 spots because I was playing very aggressively. Okay. So let's rename this one. I just want to make sure I know that I used it. And let's look at Meltdown. I said that this was a close match, so I don't remember which one this was. But let's see. I don't remember playing this. Okay, so I was low tier again, but I'm the only MBT. Everyone else is an AFV. We got some pretty good AFVs in this mix, but I am the only MBT. So let's see how this goes, shall we? Alright, so there I am, in my M60. The Weasel Wolf and the BMD2 are ahead of me, and our BMD4 and our Fox are down below, at that second tier of spawns. I actually prefer to spawn down there because I like to go on that middle path, as I said earlier, but this will work. It's fine, it'll work, whatever. Alright, so should have match start in a second. Match start. Anyone? Hello? I should have fast forwarded, shouldn't I? Well, it doesn't matter.
Black Company.
So, the issue here is that I am the only person on this entire team who can actually take a hit. Alright? I am the only one with enough armor to really reliably bounce shots. The rest of these guys can do a lot of damage. Really fast. But I'm the only one who can actually take a hit. You see that BMD2 is already down a huge amount of hit points. And a lot of the issue here is because, in this instance, I'm the only one with the firepower. That's it. I'm the only one with the firepower to do anything. So this time I decide, you know what? I'm going to take low. Because low map is the one where you're in the open, and you just have to suck it up and trade blows with them. And I think I bounced that shot. Now, they took that guy out really fast. They can both dish out a huge... All of these guys can dish out huge amounts of damage incredibly fast. Like, incredibly fast. They can just ditch out boatloads of damage against these enemy tanks. But they're going to have an issue, however, is penetrating them. And you can see that they're having issues with that BFM a little bit. So I've already switched on where I'm targeting this Challenger. I can even see what he is right now. Hold on. This Chieftain. I'm engaging the Chieftain. And I end up killing the VFM. That's fine. And I don't get the kill on that Chieftain, but that's alright by me. I'm just trying to keep that damage going. Keep it going. Keep their attention on me. Because the more attention they have for me, the less chance they are going to have to blow the daylights out of one of my buddies. And I think he's stuck. So I want to get a line on this guy. He's another M60. But he has a sidearm return to me. And I think I actually just penned him with my heat round. I find a weak spot, put a shot into his rear. The rear side of a tank is one of the best places to shoot him. And now by the way, I'm waiting for one of these IFVs I'm fighting with to actually get a kill on this guy. But it took them a few minutes to realize that they could actually shoot at him. And now he's in the way, so I have to shoot. Unfortunately, this means that I've now created cover for this VFM. But he gets knocked out by missiles. Yeah. He just gets knocked out by missiles. So now everyone's going to go racing ahead of me up to that reactor. Up to the control facility for the reactor, which is fine. That's fine. And no one has, by the way, taken out... There we go. Someone just took that out. Nice. Like, no one... Oh, right. So we're going to roll up this way. Rumble, rumble, rumble. I'm a tank. And I actually get a shot on him. For 312. Which I was happy with, because typically I don't get engaged that far down. Now, they're going to have to hold this area up here for a while I rumble up, because I'm slow. I am very, very slow. I'm like, I think this is the third or fourth time I've been bottom tier in a row. I had just had bad luck that day. I was always bottom tier in the M60, and it was really getting on my nerves, because I was grinding to get the XM1. That was what I wanted. I wanted the XM1. And I just took it from someone. I don't know who I took a hit from. This is a medium mission, by the way, because it's really hard to get enough people into the high-end missions. And I missed the BMD4. I don't know how I manage it, but I miss it. And I'm not doing well. I'm having a really rough time. All of these little AFBs are getting all the kills before I get in range. Because they're AFVs, that's what they do. That's their job. They just deal damage. I'm supposed to soak it up. Not exactly glamorous, but it works. So we get a lock on a Scorpion. And I'm like, I think I can get a shot on this guy. In fact, I'm pretty sure I can get a shot on this guy. We have a missile go out, which I can't tell if that hits or not. And I get a bit of damage on it. Now we have a BMP-3. The BMP-3 takes out our Fox. And we also now have a T-64 coming up. I see him. I know he's there. I'm like, great. I get a shot into his lower glacis. I start backing up. I want to use this building to make sure, and he dies. What I wanted to do was use these two buildings to make sure that no one could shoot my side armor. So I was effectively saying, if you come at me, you're going to have to come at me from the front. The MD4's taken some damage. I don't know why he's using his missiles. I put a round into him because I wanted to make sure I actually hit him. I don't know why that BMD4 is using his missiles as much as he is, but that's neither here nor there. If that's the way he wants to play, then sure, go ahead. I'm just going to have to be very aggressive. And I missed the shot again. The main issue there was I just didn't stop for long enough to take the shot. I tried to just snapshot it. As soon as I stopped moving, I tried to take a snapshot. And that can work, and it sometimes does, but more often than not, it just ends up missing. Wait for that aim reticle to zoom in. Typically I wait if it's a light tank or something, and we're about to take a lot of... Yep, and there goes our BMD-4. And that was a Bradley, by the way. And it's the upgraded M2, so he actually has ERA on it. But our BMD-2 takes it out.
The control facility is secure.
Alright, we're now down to 3 people.
The enemy is going for an assault on the reactor itself. If they damage it enough...
Now, I don't think I blew Star here. But, by the way, you can see Steel Smasher just left, but Colonel 55 in the Fox, he's still watching the game. Now that Weasel's done really well for himself, and the BMD-2 is on his last legs. I don't know if he has a rebuild kit, but we'll see. And I don't know if I've already burned my rebuild kit or not. I don't think so. Maybe. We'll see. So the Weasel goes for the secondary. And I get a target. A Ramka 99. And I'm like, I don't want to fight this. There are things I don't want to deal with, and a lot of these late-tier Russian AFVs are just a pain in the neck. They're really hard to pen. You saw my gun moving there? That was me trying to find a weak spot where I could
Well
hit
done,
it.
Black Company. We are scrambling bombers to repel the invasion.
However, now I actually have my Sabo rounds loaded, so I could just hammer his side armor. And my AFVs finally come and support me. You can see how many glancing shots I've taken off my front armor. You can also see I don't have any ERA left. At least on the vast majority of my tank, I have no ERA. My turret still has ERA, but my hull is essentially clear. I get my round loaded and fire it right into the X-Men. He glances that hit. I take a shot. I take him out. I'm mid-reload. I really don't want to deal with that Artie for very long. And I kill the Artie. Oh, look, another expeditionary tank. This one is upgraded. Now I'm taking autocannon fire, and I can't see who I'm taking it from, and I don't like that. I take a hit from the X-Ped tank. I'm really not happy about that either. Those things, they make me really paper-thin armor, but they're really a pain in the neck. Now I take a shot at whatever the heck's out there that I can't see. And I miss the X-Ped tank. And I'm just having a really rough time making my rounds connect right now. And again, I miss the shot. I just can't get a connection on him. At this point I realize, oh, okay, Weasel. I reload. I use my rebuild kit. I realize I need to get that hull around now. I'm kind of hoping someone else takes a shot at the Weasel. I'm like, yep, that's not going to happen. Alright. Finally, the BMD-2 takes a shot, but not before I get tracked. Now, I see the Stingray up north, so I'm like, alright, Stingray, kill the Stingray, kill the Stingray. I put a shot in. Now it's just me and the Weasel. The Weasel just used his rebuild kit, too. And I put more rounds into that Beglite Panzer. So now I know that there are 2 enemies to my right and 1 to my left. The one to my left is the bigger threat. So I've reloaded and I'm going to go engage him. I take a pretty nasty hit from him. I put some more damage into him in turn. The Weasel's up there, I assume taking out their Artie. Another nasty hit, I put another round in. Now I got a Beglite Panzer coming up on me. And I'm like, okay, what the heck am I shooting at now? Really? I did 18 more damage there. And they're forcing me back. I have to keep pushing back because if I don't, one of them can flank me. And there's a Terminator to my right. I know that there's a Terminator to my right somewhere. And a Warrior. I know that there's a Warrior out there too. This is a mess. There are only 2 of us left, and we're both fighting pretty much as hard as we can out here. The Weasel's now coming up on my rear. I now have a Terminator on my right. which I see the Terminator, and I see the Bagel, and I see the Warrior as well. I'm going to put rounds into that Warrior. I turned the wrong way for a second, but the Warrior looks like he was out of ammo there. I am wicked low on health. I crit the Warrior. I hit him again. I ask him to hit the Warrior. I realize he's not going to be able to.
Well done, Black Company.
And the game ends.
You have saved us all from certain disaster.
I don't remember how much damage or XP I actually got, but we won. Barely. Barely. You could see him saying GG indeed, and I'm like, very close, very close. So there we go. Those are the two matches that stuck out in my own brain. I liked them both quite a bit. And they were both in the M48A3. Now, I played a lot of missions in the M48A3 yesterday to unlock the XM1, but you still saw how I was playing it. You are actually with the ERA, you're pretty well protected. Get up in their face. Take the shots. Absorb the enemy fire as much as you can. Alright? Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. As always, if you did not enjoy it, let me know why you didn't. If you did enjoy it, like, comment, subscribe, let me know. Give me a heads up that, I'm doing something you like. And as always, tankers, good hunting.